Hey everybody, it is Dr. B with Peak Performance, and today, I know it's been a while since I've done any of these vlogs, but today we're going to be talking about a very kind of unique thing that I learned about in continuing education this weekend, and that's a certain antioxidant that is really important for your brain connections or your synaptic brain connections. So to kind of give you just a really brief rundown of kind of how your body works and how it develops, from like 0 to 2 years old, your body actually has too many brain synapses or too many connections. And it's one of the reasons why it's hard for babies to like really process or understand things, is because like there's so many things going on at the same time in their head that they can't really like zero in on anything. And then from like 2 to 20-ish, your brain kind of loses those. It can lose up to half of those synapses. And what happens a lot of times in certain cases, specifically things like, autism or some of the memory issues or some of the like mental illnesses, is the kids don't actually lose those synapses that they're supposed to. So then they kind of are having issues trying to turn things off or to like zero in on something. And that can be a big deal. So there's actually an antioxidant out there that helps those brain synapses, whether you need to regulate and maybe zero in or lose some a little bit, or the ones that you need to help connect a little bit. So it can even help with things like memory issues or Alzheimer's or prevention of those types of things, as well as just antioxidants in general are going to have a really positive effect on free radical clearing in your body. And we talked about this before, but free radicals are kind of the main things that are associated with big things like cancer, right? So what is this awesome antioxidant I'm talking about? It's actually called sulforaphane, and sulforaphane is only found in one thing, and it's cruciferous vegetables. Okay, and interestingly enough, there is one specific vegetable that has about 100 times more sulforaphane than any other vegetable out there, and it is actually in broccoli sprouts. Now, broccoli sprouts, a lot of people don't necessarily eat a lot of, and they were doing some studies on like broccoli sprouts and how it was affecting memory or even autistic kids, and the numbers were staggering. Just half a tablespoon a day was making these incredible changes in people. And I started thinking, half a tablespoon a day is not that much. You literally could just pop that in your mouth at any point, chew it up, and you would get your dose of sulforaphane for the day. And it's a really easy thing to actually make yourself. So I'm going to start taking it. So we did the research, and if you go to a place like Sprouts or Whole Foods, you can get a really little like container of broccoli sprouts for like between $6 and $10 depending on the time of year and the sales. But you can actually make your own for quite a bit cheaper. So what we found is we found some awesome organic non-GMO broccoli sprout seeds on Amazon, which we are going to link for you so that you can just click on the link and buy them. You get a mason jar, and then you get some kind of like ventilation lids that it makes it easy to drain the mason jar. And it's a 5-day process to grow a huge container of broccoli sprouts. Now they only last about a week, so you got to kind of keep that in mind when you're making them. But it only takes 5 days to grow. So every 5 days you could grow them for your family, and then just make sure that you do eat them within that week. So you can kind of play around with how much you're actually gonna grow at a time. But it's awesome. It only takes 5 days. Non-GMO organic broccoli sprouts, and that whole big jar will cost you about $1 to $2 then, opposed to a little small container costing $6 to $10. And it'll be an awesome way that you can do your job as far as trying to prevent cancer, or trying to just be healthier, or trying to get those antioxidants that you really need. And one of these times coming up, we're going to talk a little bit about antioxidants and how you actually can't have them with dairy, but that'll be for another topic. So if you have questions, post them below, send us some emails. And if you have any, or if you know anyone with autism, have them contact me, because there is some definite connections between these broccoli seeds, or broccoli sprouts I should say, and decreasing the autism symptoms, which is really huge as well. So make sure you give this video a like, and thanks for listening to me. And if you have any questions, give us a call. See ya.